Today, I'm diving into some of Japan's best premium instant ramen. I have an awesome variety to showcase today. Everything from soupless instant ramen with beautifully thick noodles to instant ramen from a Michelin star restaurant. These are some of my favorites in Japan. Let's do this. And for everybody's reference, I've just started a brand new website. I'm actually selling these premium instant ramen from Japan online. You can buy them as one-off purchases or even subscribe where you get different ramen every month. Shipping is free worldwide. Check out instantramen.jp and use the coupon code that you see on screen for a discount. I'll put all the information in the description below as well. And lastly, if you buy this instant ramen, you'll be actually given access to a page where you have more information about the ramen that instant ramen is based on and video instructions so you know how to properly put them together, just so you can have a better experience and enjoy it as it's supposed to be enjoyed. All right, let's get this show on the road. I'm gonna be making a call to my MMA fighter brother who lives in the Philippines. And the first two ramen I'll be eating, he is gonna be eating the same thing. We'll be comparing the tastes and enjoying them together. Hey bro, what's going on?
Yo, what's up bro? How you doing, man?
So good news, we're not doing spicy instant ramen today. We are gonna be diving into two very different premium Japan instant ramen. First one is a lighter salt seasoned ramen, and then the second one is from a Michelin star ramen shop.
I'm excited for this. As you know, dude, I love ramen just like you, and I am a huge fan of instant ramen. Every time I'm in Japan, I probably gain 5 to 10 pounds, on most of which is from instant ramen, so.
Well, here are two new flavors for us. Why don't we go prepare that first one, that Hakodate shio ramen. Let's get that going. This beautiful cityscape that you see is the city of Hakodate.
Looks like a lighter ramen. I see that it's only 362 calories, so good for people that are calorie conscious.
That's funny because I never look at the calorie count, for better or worse, right? Like I just, eat it. All right, ready, set, go, like barbarians.
Oh, wow. I like it, dude. I don't think it's too strong, the fishy flavor. I like it. It's not overwhelming or anything. It's nice. I like it.
And they actually have pork back fat on top too. That's what's giving it that sticky richness as well, right?
Yeah, definitely different from your typical shio ramen. Has that X factor, that extra little kick, right? I just worked out before this, so this is perfect timing. They're thin and I feel like they absorb the broth very well.
Let's move on to the toppings. We've got green and white spring onions for some sweetness, for some nice refreshing crunch there. We have, if you can fish it out, did you find the pork chashu? You got it?
Oh, that's good.
And we have to save the most remarkable topping for last. It's famous in Hakodate shio ramen, and basically it's wheat gluten. And it has a fluffy texture. You can just feel that when you're picking it up. And it's heavy, right? Because it's soaking up soup there.
Right, bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
That's so good, dude. That just soaks up all the flavor in the broth.
I just feel like it's so well balanced and so tasty. I love this one. Here, why don't we finish up our ramen and we'll move on to round 2 now. We've got Nakiryu. They've got a Michelin star and they have their own instant ramen. That's when we're diving into next.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Michelin star ramen, bro. Here we go.
So we put in the brown packet, right? We got our green and red Christmas packets here. Let's put these on top of the lid. Well, let's just say 2 liquid goodness packets, and these go in after we break up those noodles.
I think that's one of the things that makes Japanese instant ramen so good. A lot of the instant ramen here in the Philippines, it only comes with 1 seasoning packet, right? And it's usually just a powder. There's a time process and like an order of things with Japanese instant noodles.
They have it down to a science, absolutely. This is a more recent thing, heating up the sauce packets on top just so it's nice and hot. Here we go, ta-da!
Here we go.
Spiciness and creaminess. You smell a little bit of vinegar, right? They actually use apple vinegar and also black vinegar in their soup.
All right, boom. Oh, that looks rich. Based on the sauce and the richness, I can see it's much higher calorie than the last one, so
Let's try a noodle fold together, okay? 1, 2, 3, noodle fold. Come on, go. You don't have time.
I'm mixing it right now.
Oh my God, you're like 5 steps behind.
I'm bad, man. I don't want to mess up this process. This is Michelin Star ramen, dude. Like, I can't mess this up. And
No, you gotta savor it because I think I only sent you one of them, right? The other one I gave to Dad, so yeah.
exactly, I don't want to mess up this process.
But you're using a longer part of the chopsticks. You're using more of the chopsticks to grab all of the noodles and fold them on top.
Yes, please demonstrate.
Okay, not that mine is perfect by any means. So basically, sometimes you have to do it even twice, right? But look, like there's a good forearm workout, right? Put it into the bowl like that.
Ready,
Set,
go.
go. And then across, and then across.
Cross, okay, okay.
It's a little tricky. No, but you did a good job. No, that's great. I can't wait anymore. Let's dive into this soup, my friend.
Wow, dude. I am excited. Woo! Let's take my folds.
Yeah, since we don't have a spoon.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, cheers. Oh yeah.
I love it, bro.
Oh, always so good. Oh my God.
Flavor-wise, I love the sesame. I could taste the creaminess of the sesame, and there's a bit of that spicy kick at the end, but not overpowering, not overwhelming. Oh my God, it's amazing. I'm going for another one.
Let's do it. It's so good.
This is what instant ramen in Japan is all about. You don't get these kind of flavors in any other instant ramen in the world.
Next level, right?
I could drink this broth in like a tall glass. That's kind of gross.
No. Put it in a glass. Put it in a thermos. It is Michelin Star ramen, so maybe a glass is more classy, right? Okay, I won't disturb you. I think you're so. And this is the first time you've had this one, right?
Yeah, this is the first time. Both of these. This is the first time, dude. So thank you for sending these over to the Philippines. Oh.
You know, in their soup, in the ramen shop itself, right? Like, it's a pretty complex soup. They've got chicken, oysters, all kinds of things, right? So you've got that richness coming from the soup as well. So those three things coming together, very well balanced. And some sourness there from the vinegar like we talked about, you know? In tantan men, this style, right, which is basically from dan dan noodles, they use minced pork instead of sliced pork like we had in the previous one. They're pretty generous with the negi here, the spring onions, right? You've got green and white, big chunks of it.
I love the texture of the noodles. They're so thin, and just like the other one, they soak up the flavor and the broth very, very well. My little one, Maxi, he's just over 2 right now. I gave him some of the other one and he couldn't stop. He was like hovering and just like crawling into my arms to get bigger bites. I'm sure he'll be excited to try this one too.
It's like Gollum in the ring.
It is.
It's precious. No, man, I'll let you go.
Hey, so thank you, brother. Thank you.
All right, likewise, man. Good catching up. Thanks for joining.
Bro.
See you, buddy.
Take care, bro.
All right, I'm on my own now, and I've got 3 more instant ramen to dive into. And instant ramen number 3 is from Bubuka. Bubuka is a famous soupless ramen restaurant here in Tokyo. They're known for their thick noodles and savory, delicious, thick oil seasoning. This is abura soba, or soupless ramen, and one of the best examples of it. This one I've had before. I featured it in another ramen video. They just re-released it. Super excited that it's back, because this is an excellent one. Let's dive in. All right, here we go. Just boiled the water, got the water out of those noodles, and you need to give it a thorough mix. And look at these noodles. Look how beautifully thick these are. Eating this one is really gonna put me over, I think, in terms of space in my stomach. Once you're done giving it a mix, they've actually got furikake here, a light blue packet in this case, and basically toss that on. And they also have mayonnaise. It's much more thick, first of all. I love Japanese mayonnaise. We've got negi here, pepper. Oh, I can smell the pepper coming up. All right, slurps up. Oh, that's good. I missed this one. This is crazy. This is instant ramen. That soy sauce seasoning that's there, very rich, and then the mayonnaise on top of that adds to that richness. And now for toppings, nice little slab of chashu pork here. A little bit on the sweeter side. And nice crunchy memma, bamboo shoots. And we have a decorative naruto in the middle here, or fish cake. And you know, I'm seeing that there's a tiny bit of the seasoning at the bottom, so really make sure that you give this one a thorough mix. That was excellent as always. And keeping with the theme of rich ramen, I'm gonna be diving into another one of my favorites, Wakayama ramen. This style of ramen is on the heavier side. You've got this pork bone creaminess paired up with a bold soy sauce seasoning. And in this one we have soup. Round 4 coming up. Those noodles were hefty. I'm slowing down a little bit, but I have a secret weapon. Coffee. Always gets the job done. Okay, let's assemble this guy. So I've just broken up the noodles. I am now going to add the 2 soups here. And first one is a liquid soup, which I put on top to heat it. And pouring it in, you can tell this is gonna be a heavier, richer bowl for sure. Very inviting. And next goes in the powder soup. Yep, and there with the powder soup, I can get that pork bone funk / richness. Oh boy. Diving in with the soup first. Oh yeah, it's one of my favorites. But it's delicious. You have that soy sauce seasoning there that is, let's say, keeping pace with the rich pork bone soup. You know, one doesn't kind of command the other. It's interesting. Even though there's a lot of creaminess there from the pork bones, that soy sauce is like, hey, I'm here too. I'm not going anywhere. And our noodles are not quite as thin as the Michelin Nakiryu instant ramen, but yeah, relatively thin. Great quality noodles. Toppings wise, we've got memma, bamboo shoots for some crunch, negi, you know the routine. And just like bubuka, we also have a naruto, but this one looks much more like a flour. This is what you see in Wakayama bowls down in Wakayama. When Nakiryu tantamen was like rich from the sesame, right? It's like that creaminess. In this one, it's just that pork bone tonkotsu creaminess that just like spreads in your mouth. But it still tastes very clean too. It's not like, let's say, a messy bowl per se. And for those of you that aren't aware, I slurp my ramen for 3 reasons outside of growing up in Japan. 1 is that it's friggin' hot, I'm cooling it down. 2, I'm complimenting the chef, showing that I'm enjoying. I don't know who I'm complimenting now. I'm outside of the manufacturer, but that's another reason you can slurp. Reason number 3 is that you're taking in more oxygen through your nose. The flavors are perhaps even better. And for the final 5th round, I'm having a noko miso ramen, or basically a rich miso ramen from Nishin Rao. Let's see what they're all about. All right, 5th and final round, and I think after that I'm gonna tap out today. With the Rao brand, it's interesting. The bowl at the top, they always have this octagon shape. You kind of know you're eating Rao when you see that octagon. Maybe I need to send a Rao one to Mark because a lot of the fights take place in an octagon, right? The cage. Starting with that soup, and as I was putting in the packets there, I could see there was a good amount of chili oil. Oh yeah, that's good. Just enough spice. Perfect amount. It is rich, but not too rich, and it's very smooth tasting. Before I dive into the noodles, you've got corn, also green and white negi. I see even cabbage here, and seasoned minced pork too. And there's a lot of sesame seeds floating around. Anyways, onto the noodles. They do a little bit of bragging on the package here. It says marude namamen. In other words, these are fresh noodles or real noodles. They're not kidding around. It's really hard to tell when you're eating these that they are dried instant noodles. Of course, these are special. These are not flash fried. You don't get that artificial taste, but these are very good quality noodles. Proper bite. Now, I really like the bubuka noodles for a different reason, just because they're thick, they fight back, beautifully bouncy. But in terms of quality of noodles, these are outstanding. They're just so wonderfully chewy. This one is special. I'm pretty stuffed now, but let me know, I'm curious, which ones from the 5 are you most interested in trying? They're all a little bit different, and I think for me, it really depends on the mood I'm in, maybe the weather outside, what I feel like eating. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm happy to be putting up instant ramen videos again. Took a little bit of a hiatus. But I've eaten a ton of instant ramen in the last month or 2, and want to showcase those, of course, on camera for all of you. And again, feel free to have a look at the instant ramen shop that I just launched online and use the coupon code that you see below if you want to make a purchase. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, this is Frank from 5AM Ramen signing out.
Can I add this one now?
If you're right about to eat it,
Okay, now I have a better view. I have gallery view here because
Well, the noodles are ready. I just added the sauce packet and yeah, I'm ready to go.
well, if you're ready to go, I'm not gonna stop you, big boy.
Ain't that the truth, sister?
So this is wheat gluten.
Oh wait, my bad. We have to redo the sponge thing because when you said the pork chashu, I was eating the sponge.
Oh. You ate the sponge?
No, I didn't eat the whole thing, just a small piece of it.
Oh, that's fine then. It's okay. Yeah. Great. Just the noodles alongside those crunchy vegetables. Just a nice contrast.